Synopsis. Now that we've taken a really in-depth look at your backstory, we'll move into the present moment. If you were to take a trip and you were going to use Google Maps or a GPS system to plot the trip, the first point that you have to put in to your system is where you are right now. And then you can figure out the distance, then you can figure out the direction, then you can figure out where you're going. So in the same way, we'll be using the Synopsis workbook to get a very clear perspective on where our satisfaction is in life right now.
The Synopsis workbook will allow you the opportunity to see exactly where the priorities in your life are today and the level of satisfaction that you have in all areas. The workbook will bring you through what's called the Wheel of Life, which is a powerfully useful tool to show where the satisfaction levels are in your life and where the balance in your life is or isn't. You'll rate your satisfaction and answer questions on each of the areas of the wheel. As we move toward the third act, one of the main issues I have coached clients through is their desire for different or more satisfying work. Your family life is undoubtedly very different than it was for you 10, 20 years ago. Kids growing up, empty nest, and how about your friendships? What's the state of your community today? The primary relationship with your significant other, if you're currently in a relationship, is always in a state of change and transformation. Take the time here to get a clear understanding of the state of that relationship as it is today. And if you're not in a relationship, this contemplation may allow you to see that it is something you would like, and if so, to start to open yourself to that possibility. This is the section that clients most come back to me with a puzzled look about. What exactly is fun and recreation for you? However you define it, it may be some sort of hobby or sport, working out, reading, whatever it is for you, define it first and then look at your state of satisfaction. This program has been specifically designed for women in their third act. As there are immense physical changes that we go through in this phase, primarily due to menopause, it seems that we have to work twice as hard to gain half the benefits of staying healthy as we did just a few years earlier. But women are confronting physical challenges with modern-day strength and finding new ways of creating holistic, healthy lives for themselves and their loved ones. Also in this section is the opportunity to contemplate your relationship to aging. In looking at your relationship to growing older, you allow yourself to both process and ease any of the anxiety that is so often attached to aging. How is your relationship to money moving into your third act? We often look at money from two vantage points. From the period of time just before the third act, when we are starting the process of building our lives through career, home, family, and then from the vantage point of retirement. What about now? Take a look at the state of your financial situation in the here and now. Personal growth includes not only a wide variety of different areas in your life, but embraces life itself. Wherever you are in your life, there is always an opportunity for growth, as that is the process of life's journey. You may reach plateaus and face decisions which bring out those darker hidden demons, but there is no lotus without the mud, and every human has a natural desire to grow and express themselves. For many of us moving into or through our third act, there will be significant changes to the physical environment, meaning our home, physical space of work, and even our modes of transportation. An honest look at what the environment currently is will set up nicely for contemplating those changes.
I mentioned at the onset of this program that a big motivating factor for me creating it was because I needed it. You might remember me mentioning the night when I spent in my husband's man cave drinking mezcal and dancing to our wedding playlist. When I sat down to do the work of this workbook, I really was experiencing a generalized sense of dissatisfaction in my life that I couldn't totally pinpoint. And it didn't really make sense because I was happy. I had just gotten married. I had a good life. My health was good. Everything was okay. The great gift of this workbook for me was in being able to identify what I clearly needed to create balance in my life. And for me, that was fully being in the flow of a career and creativity, which was the motivating factor for me actually finally getting my butt in gear and creating this for you. So I hope that you find some clarity with your own synopsis. Remember, the work right now is not about what you want in your life. The work right now is about where the balance is right now, where the balance isn't right now, and then using that as part of the launching pad to creating what you'd like to find in your life.